Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your Rune Elemental weekly reading for the week of July 19th through the 25th of 2026. These are general readings, so take what works, leave the rest for someone else. I read for the elements, so if you've never had that done, I will say which zodiac signs fall under those elements before each set. With that, we'll get started. And if you've never had your charts read and you're curious, there is a link in the description. It's not sponsored or anything, but it's a natal chart through Llewellyn. Gives you your base 12 houses with all the little signs and symbols, so you can get a little idea of where you started from and what's going on in your life. So with that, we will get started. Our first elemental energy is the element of fire, which covers Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have fire high up in your chart, this is a message for you. Fire, you're starting off with Othila, which is the ancestral property rune. Color is deep yellow, tarot association is the moon, and astrology is the full moon. We have possessions and inheritance, real property, and inherited abilities or traits. This one could really be focusing on an intuitive gift that you have, Fire, or something along those lines where there's something that you got from the bloodline. It's not so much like it could be physical property, but I'm also feeling with this one it's a bloodline thing. So it could be your unique body type. It could be your intuitive abilities, especially with that full moon energy coming in. I'm going to say it's probably your intuitive side of things. And that's actually kind of strong to be realizing that that's what your gift is from your ancestors. So this week you've got this call to look into your past, to look at the gifts that have been granted. And if you've never really paid attention to that or poked around in there, this is a good week to try that and just see what's there, because I feel like the energy I'm getting is you have a lot of gifts and talents, but you haven't really used the fullness of them. And so maybe reaching back into the past, looking into the history of who you are, you might find some things that you found useful. Your second rune is the Algae's rune, which is a rune of protection. Color is gold. Tarot association is also the moon, and astrology is Cancer. So you got some water energy coming in here. Protection from danger, resisting temptation, and new beginnings are possible. So with these two runes, it's saying take a peek into the past, because that is how you're going to discover the next step of your journey. If you've kind of hit a roadblock and you're not sure what direction to turn, if you look into your personal history, especially your family bloodline history, this is where you might get some information and might open a door that you otherwise didn't realize you even had an option to do. So take the time this month or this week, Fire, to look into the past. Understand that you're taken care of. That protection rune the Algae offers is about you being taken care of and not having to worry about the stress and chaos that might be swirling around in your world, but it doesn't mean you have to carry this. It's really about knowing that with what's in your history, how you draw that forward and how you apply it to the current moment, you actually are setting yourself up for bigger success, and you're protected from a lot of the naysayers. Doesn't mean you're not going to hear them. It just means they don't have to affect you, which is perfect for this week. Your second element, which is Earth, covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And I don't know why the runes do this to me, but it's really bad. So, Earth, you're starting off with the Gibo rune. Helps if I get on the right page. This is the rune of blessings and generosity and gifts. Colors deep blue. Tarot association is the Lovers, and astrology is Pisces. So you're working with water energy, and that's actually complementary energy for you. It's a sign of gifts, generosity, giving, people coming together, and relationships deepening. So Earth, this week is about getting a little more close with your partner, getting a little more emotionally intimate. It could be a friendship that's building. I keep sensing this is something about taking those people who are special to you into a deeper location emotionally or energetically. It could mean, depending on if you're in a relationship or not, it could be more of a amorous journey, but what I'm feeling is it's more about this intuitive and emotional connection that's coming up here. Your second rune, let's see if that gives us some clarification here. We have the rune of Perth or Fate. Color is black, tarot association is the Wheel of Fortune, and astrology is Saturn. Saturn is the stern father figure here. We have mystery and chance, unexpected gain, surprises, hidden things coming to light. That's interesting, Earth, because as soon as I put these two runes together, the image that flashed into my head is that secret admirer you didn't know you had just came forward, and they just kind of let it be known that they actually have a crush on you. Or it could be the fact that you're the one that's, getting the courage up to ask that person out. But there's this secret coming to light energy that I'm feeling with this, and it's because the gift part of it I'm feeling is the gift of a deeper friendship, the gift of a deeper connection. So it's not saying to go out there and do this, but it's saying to be open to the idea of that in case the opportunity presents itself, or you get the signals that maybe that person is ready for something more than just a friendship, or maybe you're kind of doing your thing and all of a sudden that person's like, hey, so you want to go get coffee? And you're completely oblivious to the fact that this person has been literally fawning over you because it's that secret admirer thing. So take the opportunities when they arise this week, Earth. I feel like you're going to have a really exciting week. So let's hop over to Air. Air covers the zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And Air, you are starting off with Tiawaz, which is Tyr, the god of war. Color is bright red, tarot association is the Justice card, and astrology is Libra. So this is working with your energy, Air. Courage and energy, the power to weave the pattern of your own life. You can see this arrow as an actual arrow being pulled back and shot forth, but you can also see it as a needle. So you're, kind of weaving your own design like a dream catcher, or if you have a loom and you've ever used one, you kind of understand how things work here. This is what's coming in, is this, you're the one who paints your life. You're the one that writes your story. With Tyr, the god of war, it's also saying you might be fighting a little bit against they're showing me fighting yourself inside my own head. That's great. So you're fighting your own shadow, you're fighting your own demons. Like, you have something bigger and better to be chasing. And so this energy is like, what are you fighting with yourself for? Write the script, redo it. If you're a sculptor, sculpt it out. If you're a painter, paint it out. Get clear on what it is you're wanting to create. That way all the chaos going on up here can be shut up and sent to go play with cards somewhere else, because that's not benefiting you is what I'm getting. So you have an interesting week, is getting clear, because you're the one that is holding the paintbrush. You're the one holding the scalpel. You're the one holding the knife to carve with. You're the one creating here, Air. Why are you letting the voices in your head, the negativity, your personal demons, sabotage you? Move them out, put something beautiful back in. Sometimes they're there for a reason. Sometimes they're there to guide you or guard you from something. But if that's the case, you can't get rid of them that easy. But if you are actually trying to create something better, notice how they suddenly get quiet. So, your second rune is the Kano with the torch or fire. Color is light red. Tarot association is the Chariot. Astrology is Venus. You've got fire and water coming in here. Creative fire, awakening artistic impulses, passion, and sexual desire. Air, you could have a very interesting week here, but I'm still getting the same impression that it's time to write your story. Get that passion, get that fire, get that creative spark that you carry, and use it to the fullest extent of your existence. In this particular case, Air, you have Tyr, the god of war, saying, we're going to fight the demons, we're going to solve the problem here. But you also have fire saying, ignite your inner passion. That's going to warm up the Venus energy, that water energy, and that's going to help speed things along with the Chariot. So you are in the right place. You just need a little poke to get things moving the right direction. And if you know old westerns, you know what that term means. But you also have this energy of, it's time for a shift. It's a time for not so much being passive with your life, but it's definitely this energy of grow with the opportunities that are available to you. It doesn't mean you have to fight go to war, carry on. I mean, Tyr is the god of war, but it's more about knowing when to fight, knowing when to step up, and maybe when to learn the lesson and move beyond it. And that's where you've got Kano and Tiawas coming in here. So Air, you have an interesting week ahead of you. A little bit of ups and downs, but it's because it's wanting you to get clear on things. And the only way to do that is to literally use your particular craft to design what you actually want. So let's hop over to our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies out there. And we are going to start you off with, on the right page, Wunjo, which is the rune of joy. Color is yellow, tarot association is strength, and astrology is Leo, so you're working with fire energy, so this could be a little bit of a challenge. Happiness and harmony between people, a situation changing for the better. Water, I'm going to be real honest with you right now. Changing for the better means a lot of hard work. There is a challenge coming in to develop this joy. There's a challenge coming in to develop this strength. It's not that you can't do it, Water. It's saying you're more than capable of handling this. But you're going to have to work for this joy. You're going to have to work a little bit and put some effort into this situation. It doesn't say you can't get it, but it also says it's not going to be handed to you. So, Water, tap into your inner strength, work with your Leo aspect energy, which is going to help call you into a leadership role and call your inner fire out, which for Scorpio, that's easy. The rest of them, you might have some work to do. But it really is this energy of when you conquer the challenge, you will develop or call forth the leader within, and that is going to allow you to really step into fully, by the end of the week, your true potential. Again, week to week things could change, but this week your potential is being called forward, but it's not being handed to you. Your second rune is Thurazaz, the god of strength. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor, and astrology is Mars. Water. You have an interesting fire-water dynamic going on, which also means you are leading to a great deal of transformation because the union of opposites, which is an alchemical concept, when you can bring your fire into your water, not douse the fire and not boil away the water, you create the one thing, which is, if you go look into alchemy, you know what that means. But it's basically you're transmuting two things that should not go together, and you're making them harmonious. So Water, this week could be a very powerful changing week for you. Thurazaz has the meaning of protection, someone providing help and good news coming in. I'm also feeling that this could be an older or more mature male figure. And when I say more mature, it could be someone who's younger than you who just happens to have an old soul. But you have this kind of an energy coming in here of this joy, this challenge to work for this joy, and the god of strength coming in saying, we've got you, but you're not going to slide on this. You're going to have to put in the effort, but that effort is receiving the reward of strength of character, strength of emotion, could be physical strength that's shifting here too, but it's putting you in the position to be a leader, to be called into a position of authority. Now, if this does not resonate with you, enjoy where you're at and enjoy the strength that's coming with it. But if you are feeling called to step into a leadership role, now leadership is not managing. Leadership is the ability to lead with confidence and strength. It is the ability to lead by example, to take what comes to you and actually keep your cool about it. And I'm going to probably ruffle a couple of feathers right here. Leadership is something you're born with. If you do not have it, you do not have it. You cannot train it. So the energy that's coming in here is if you have that particular skill, talent, or ability, it is going to be called out of you this week. You're going to have to step into that. If you are not someone who is born with leadership potential or abilities, that's fine. You're going to be encouraged and supported to step into a role that challenges where you were. So this week is not about, oh, well, it's only for those people who are leaders. It's not for me. It is. Because it's calling you to become the best version of which particular skill set you have. But it's going to be through a challenge, but the reward's going to be worth it, is what keeps coming up for our water family here. So, quick check in. The elemental energy for this week is really a time of change and transition. There is a shifting that is occurring amongst all the elements, which I believe is going to happen with all of humanity, if we're going to be honest here. And it's calling us to step into our authority, step into our natural born power. Earth, air, fire, water, you all carry specific traits and specific abilities. If you break that down into the zodiac signs, you can get it even more specific and more detailed. That's what's being called out forth from you. Wherever you stand, whatever your particular chart lineup is, these energies that are calling you into your authorities. So if you are a Piscean, it's going to call you into your water. If you're a Leo, it's going to call you into your fire. If you're a Capricorn, it's going to pull you into your earth. These are the energies that are coming forward this week, and it's all about understanding who you are at your core and being willing to embrace that and step forward in grace and beauty. Not always the easiest thing, but I'm pretty sure the elemental energies are going to be able to support you through that, and I know for a fact God's Source and all the angels are here to help you too. So with that, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video.